Quasi here, and in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you how you can get to a point where you effectively reprogram your subconscious to overcome that old scarcity paradigm and get into a more abundance paradigm. And by the end of this video, you're going to learn the 2 keys that helped me personally get out of a point where I was thinking about lack and started actually focusing on abundance more. And as a result of that, this is exactly what started to flow into my life. So make sure you stick around till the very end. Before I begin this video, I wanted to quickly announce that I'm doing a free giveaway of my book, Life Mastery. If you want to enroll into a competition to win this book for completely free at the end of the week in the ebook format, just comment Life Mastery down below. And every single Friday, we'll be picking one lucky winner to get this book in the ebook format. Also, I'm super excited to announce that the free one-to-one consult spots for it have opened up for a limited time, and they're getting filled up really quickly. So if you're interested in working with me to see how we can absolutely accelerate your progress in your business, in your personal life, make sure you click on the link in the description below to sign up. And with that, let's get started. So in this video, I want to talk to you about subconscious reprogramming. And essentially, why do I always keep talking about this? Because this is what I've seen is that the 95% that really propels you is consisted of your collective unconscious, your own unconscious, and the subconscious. The 5% is that which is conscious. Once we make the unconscious conscious, then fate becomes ours to control. Or else you'll just be controlled by some magical force. So I think this is what Carl Jung said. Unless and until you can make that which is unconscious into conscious, then your life will just be an accident, right? So my goal with this is to show you how you can get more and more of your unconscious under your control, okay? And first of all, what I want to begin with is that the concept of focus, okay? So what I've seen is that whenever you focus on something, somehow your whole being will find a way to move towards that. So if I start focusing on 100K months in my business, somehow my whole being will be aligned to move towards that more and more. And really what most people do is they think they're focusing on what they want, but they're more focused on what they don't want, okay? So most people aren't actually focused on what they do want, but rather avoiding what they don't want. Okay, so every single desire eventually begins at the level of resistance, okay? So we always start at resistance. So you look into the mirror and you look at your body and you're like, oh, I don't like the way I look. Should start going to the gym and should start lifting weight and look better. So then eventually it moves to desire. But the problem here is that most people don't even get to the level of desire. They always keep drumming up the resistance more and more because unconsciously this is how we've been programmed. We've been programmed to be in survival mode all the time. And part of being in survival mode means holding on to what you already have without looking forward and moving forward for more. So we've been in this lack, this scarcity, this survival mindset, not the thrival, abundance mindset. Okay, mankind is at a crucial point right now where we literally have anything, right? And the only thing that's missing is consciousness. You'll see that 10 years from now, memory, knowledge will all be useless because AI will overtake us. A man with more consciousness, a person with more consciousness 10 years from now will be valued more than a person who has more knowledge or has more memory. So really what I mean by that is that if you can't get out of resistance and into desire, if you can't get out of scarcity and into abundance, we'll always just be stuck at that lower level paradigm and evolution won't happen. This is why we'll get stuck at these lower levels of consciousness, okay? So we unconsciously have been programmed to hold on to whatever we have, okay? This is what's preventing us from truly getting to that desire, from forward movement. When I started realizing this, that's when my life changed, okay? And this comes in the form of the inventory of the thought you have, okay? So to give you an example, when I first started off my entrepreneurship career, I was supposed to go into a full-time engineering job, right? But I saw that after doing a couple of summer internships, that's not something that I wanted to do. You know, a full-time engineering career didn't fulfill me. And I saw that, well, is this what my life is going to look like, 60 years from now, when I'm working hard, in someone else's plan for 5 vacation days a year? That's not something that I wanted. So I knew that it couldn't go on like this. And when I first started off my entrepreneurship career, in the month of May, when I was going to graduate, I was faced with this crucial turning point. Do I say fuck it to my full-time professional job, or do I, say fuck it to my entrepreneurship career? Because I wasn't making enough money to be sustainable in my business, okay? But I saw that the quality of my thoughts were like, oh no, hold on to this job, this has security, this will give you security. But I knew deep down that I couldn't do both at the same time. I had to sacrifice one or the other, right? Because if I went really slow and tried to do my entrepreneurship career on the side, it wouldn't gain enough traction quick enough. So that's why I wouldn't be able to really go all hands on board with it if I were to just do my engineering job and my entrepreneurship career. So I saw that the quality of my thoughts at that point were fearful. I was holding on to that security of a job. It's like, I already have a job lined up for me. Why go into entrepreneurship? I'm making zero from this. And that month of May, I made absolute zero in the business, right? I had no clients at all, and the YouTube channel wasn't doing too well. And it was just absolute disaster for me. Well, it was a good point for me, but at that point, the perspective was that, oh no, this is bad. So I remember lying in bed with my girlfriend back then, and she's my wife now, and we were just talking about it, and she was like, wow, yeah, you're right, this is a tough decision. What should you go with? And I really saw that the quality of my thoughts, this was what was blocking me, right? Because I was just in this resistance mode. I wanted to resist not having money. I'm resisting the fact that I don't have money. Instead of wanting money more, I was resisting the fact of not having money and not having that steady source of income, right? So this was a huge hindrance for me. I was in this survival mode, trying to have that stable source of income, that security blanket, right? So that I could hold on to something. And I saw that this didn't serve me. Okay, the quality of my thoughts and that whole month of May was just like, oh no, did I make the right decision? Oh no, I could have had this stable engineering job. Oh no, oh no, oh no. Instead of, okay, I can move forward from this. I can do this. This is what I actually want. This is what I actually want. Only when I started to realize this, I started to really get self-reflective one day. I broke down in the middle of the month and I started to get self-reflective, and I really looked at my thoughts. And what I saw was that 80% of my thoughts were in resistance of that current situation of, oh no, I'm not getting clients. Oh no, money's not coming in. Oh no, I could have done an engineering job. Resistance, 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 right? But as soon as I shifted that, as soon as I started to become conscious and aware of that, then the choice arose for me to shift that into desire. And as soon as I did that, started focusing on what I did want instead, that's when my business started to blow up. Right? This was a big turning point for me. So I want you to really keep this in mind. Really ask yourself, what are the content of your thoughts? What are the day-to-day content of your thoughts? If it's 51% desire and 49% resistance, you'll move forward. Okay, there will be forward movement. If it's 80% desire and 20% resistance, there'll be even faster forward movement. But if it's the other way around, then you will just keep moving backwards, right? You'll just keep hitting a wall because you'll be looking at the lack. You'll be focusing on the lack. And as you know, focus is movement towards something. When you focus on the lack, you move towards the lack. The lack becomes more and more of a reality. All right? So now I want to share with you the 2 keys that really helped me make this a system in my life, okay? So first and foremost, the most important key that you got to understand is that you must always take inventory of your thoughts. You must always be aware of what kind of thoughts are going on in your head. Because if you're not even aware of the problem, the solution won't be a possibility, right? So from time to time throughout the day, just stop and see what's going on. Take inventory of the predominant thoughts you're having. Because if you have, again, 51% good thoughts, thoughts of desire rather than resistance, you're going to move forward. Forward movement is going to happen. Okay? So that's absolute key. Every single hour, just once, take inventory of the predominant thoughts that are in your mind. Just stop, watch the thoughts. You don't have to try to do anything. just watch the thoughts. Okay? Key number 2, what you want to do is anytime you see that your thoughts are focusing more and more on the lack, center them. Okay? Center your attention. Your attention is the most powerful thing you have. So when your attention goes out and strays off into some other uncharted territory that you don't really like, going into resistance, bring it back into the center. Shift your focus on what you do want instead. Okay? You don't have to resist it. You don't have to resist the resistance, because then you get into the feedback loop of hell. You just resist the resistance, and then you resist the resistance of the resistance, and then you just don't want to get into that. So what you want to do instead is just bring it back into the center. Gently shift your attention back to what you do want instead. Start to focus on that 100K month. If you start to, when I started to really incessantly think about hitting that 20K month, this is all I would think about. 20K month every single day. Come on, 20K month, 20K month, 50K month, 100K month, 100K month. That's when the needle moved forward. That's when the boat moved forward and, my business actually took off. Okay, so anytime your thoughts go out, bring them back in. Thought strays, bring them back in. Okay, this is a very, very powerful method for you to manage your own internal world. Okay, so really, these are the only 2 keys you're going to need. Anything else will just add on more baggage on what is not wanted, right? So what you want to remember is that you want to be constantly aware of what's going on up here, okay? Every single day, every single hour of the day, even at the end of the day, do a review of what predominant thoughts you had. Because once you're aware of what kind of thoughts you're thinking at what parts of the day, because you'll see that at some parts of the day, you'll have certain kind of thoughts. Some parts of the month, you're going to have certain kinds of thoughts. This is crazy. Certain patterns keep repeating themselves over and over and over again, and we don't even see them. We're unconscious to them. And unless and until you make the unconscious into conscious, you will always be suffering. Okay? So number 1, first and foremost, take inventory of your thoughts. Number 2, center your attention. Learn to bring it back into the center. Focus on what is wanted instead of what is not wanted. Okay? This is all you need to do. It's very, very simple. It's crazy how simple this is, but we just don't know. We just don't remember to wake up in time to do this stuff. Okay, so just to recap, we talked today about one of the most powerful ways to reprogram your subconscious, which is to help you get out of this lack and this scarcity into more and more abundance, okay? And make this abundance your neutral. And first of all, you must understand the concept of focus, which is essentially that whatever you focus on, whether it be through desire, whether it be through resistance, these are both focus. Resistance and desire are both focus. These have polar qualities. This is a negative quality. This is a positive quality, right? Negative and positive, they attract. They have the power to attract. Okay, so whenever you focus on what you don't want, you start to attract it more and more. Whatever you focus on what you do want, you attract it more and more. It's as simple as that. So these are both qualities of focus. And focus is movement towards something. Try driving on the road, on the highway, and focus on a car that you don't want to hit that's next to you. You'll see your car will naturally move towards that car. It's absolutely crazy. So most of us, what we're doing is we're resisting what we don't want. We would rather not lose $100 than make $100. Okay? So this is why people don't want to take risks. Like I didn't want to take the risk of quitting my full-time job. I didn't want to risk losing $100 that was going to come into my account and give me that security blanket rather than actually make 100,000. This is how crazy it is. Okay? So you saw in my personal life, the biggest difficulty I had was managing my internal world. And what I saw in my personal life was that I was getting to more and more resistance of what I didn't want in my life. I didn't want to lose that safety blanket. I didn't want to not make money. Instead of, I want to make money. It's absolutely crazy. So, and the 2 keys to conclude are, first of all, you want to take inventory of your thoughts, at least once every single hour. Number 2, what you want to do is really center your attention every time these thoughts go astray. That's all you need to do. And with that, I conclude this video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this helped, and I hope you now understand the power you truly have in controlling your own subconscious. And the general principle behind this is you want to make that which is unconscious right now into conscious. This comes into the form of you taking inventory of your thoughts, because we've been unconsciously thinking and letting our minds go astray. part of becoming a conscious creator is channeling all of those distractions, closing up, sealing up all the leaks so that the water can flow through the channel you actually want it to flow through. Once you get this, you'll become monk-like. Every single effort that you take will be absolutely moving you, 100 steps forward instead of one step forward, one step backward, right? So thank you so much for watching. Hope this helped. And if you're new to the channel, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, hit that little bell there so you're notified of any new video that I put out. And also, I would love to know what you thought of this and also this new whiteboard setup. I don't know if it's difficult to read, but I'm working on the lighting. So please let me know in the comments below what you thought of this. I'm always looking to optimize and improve. And if you're interested in working with me one-to-one and seeing if we would be a good fit to work together, make sure you click. And if you're interested in working with me to see how we can help you transform your life with the reality mastery system, as so many of the clients are experiencing in their lives, make sure you click on the link in the description below to sign up. And I hope I see you there. So consults are open for a limited time only because spaces are limited. So please make sure you're only signing up if you're serious about taking your life to the absolute next level. All right. And this system is absolutely powerful. What I've seen in my personal life was that it didn't matter what kind of technique I did, what kind of external, business ventures I tried, what kind of funnels or what kind of ads or what kind of sales gimmicks I tried. But really what had to change was me. I had to become worthy of that 20K a month, that 80K a month, that 100K a month in order to make it. Okay? So I want this possible for you as well. Make sure you click on the link in the description below to sign up. Hope I see you there. And also, if you're new to the channel, make sure you take advantage of our free Facebook group. Link for that is also in the description. Thank you so much for watching. Till next time. Peace.